Hi everyone, this is Lee. I'm a software engineer at Gigi, and today I'll be walking you through how to implement the Amazon ad tag and to integrate it into your Shopify store. Basically, this lets you fetch or register for events on Shopify and to dispatch them into events onto your Amazon marketing platform to let you handle all of your information, of purchase information, page views information, everything in a unified and single location. Just to make things a bit clear to begin with, we have two major ways to implement this. One is through the Google Tag Manager, which we are not going to talk in this video. You want to do this if you manage a lot of different ad tags and you register to a lot of different events. Then Google Tag Manager lets you have everything in a singular location, and then you can use Google Tag Manager to dispatch events over to Amazon. Shopify have a complete tutorial on this, so we are not going to touch this. This video is more centered around implementing the Amazon ad tag as a custom pixel directly into your Shopify store. So to get things started, navigate to your Shopify store dashboard, to the admin dashboard, and then go into settings. We want to go to customer events and to create a new custom pixel. The reason for doing it is because Shopify changed the way that they allow you to integrate custom code snippets into your site, or at least they added another option, which is a bit more relevant for us. Previously, you would need to go into the liquid theme file for your site and find the specific buttons and everything and register your custom code over there. But they disabled it for the checkout because it wasn't as secured as adding a custom pixel. So right now, this is the way to do it. We are going to add a new pixel. We're going to name it whatever you want to name it. I'm going to go with test Amazon ad tag, and we're going to create a pixel. Third thing we want to make sure is that in the permission tab, we have the Analytics API turned on, because we're going to use this Analytics API to listen to the Shopify-wide events. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use this document that I'm going to give you a link in the description down below, and we're going to follow it, same as you're going to do on your own. We'll copy some code snippets that I've written and provided with this document, and we're going to implement the pixel, we're going to test the pixel, and we're going to see the events showing up on two different ways to make sure that the entire pipeline is working. So to get things started, let's scroll down and copy the code snippet. So basically, all of the code that you're going to need for this is being provided over here. We're going to copy the first part and the second part, just because this is splitted on the page view. Basically, this is all the code that you're going to need to register for the three major events that we are going to talk about today. Of course, you can register for any other events that you want, and you can create your own custom events both for Shopify and for Amazon, but we're not going to talk about this in this specific video. To get things started with the code itself, over here at the top we have the Amazon function initialization. We want to enable the Amazon API on our custom pixel, so this is the way to do it. Basically, this is a copy paste, almost a copy paste from the event manager implementation. It's a bit easier to read, and I did remove a very specific line that I'll show you in a moment, but it would be best if you were to copy this specific code section from our document. It basically does the same thing. So this is for the API initialization, and then over here we use this API that we just instantiated, and we're doing two things with it. The first thing is we're setting the region for North America. This is for my case. If you at a different region, then you can do your own region. And we are registering the ad tag. This is very important because this is the specific ad tag that will be used to dispatch the events onto Amazon. If you were to input a wrong ad tag ID, then your events won't be shown on your Amazon Event Manager dashboard. So to get this one, we are going to go over to the Amazon DSP platform. You will need to go into your specific advertiser entity, and then over on the left side to the Event Manager. And over here you would have the code ID, like the tag ID. But before we are going to copy it, I just wanted to show you that if you click the view code tag, then you would have everything inside of here. So basically the first function that I showed you, it's mainly the same thing. The only line that I did remove is this track event page view line, which would get sent and dispatched every time that your site is loading, but not at the right time or location. So you want to remove this if you do want to copy this code snippet instead. So we're going to copy the like tag ID, and we are going to head back to Shopify, the custom pixel location, and we're going to paste it in. Make sure you don't have any like double quotes surrounding your tag ID. You need to have like double quotes, like singular double quotes surrounding it. And then from here, we're going to implement the different events that we want to listen to on the Shopify and to dispatch the corresponding event on Amazon. So the way this is going to work, we're going to use the analytics API that Shopify provides, and we're going to use it to subscribe to specific events. And in corresponding to this event being fired on the Shopify front, we are going to dispatch an Amazon event. And this is the entire logic for all of the different events. As a quick note, there is a link in the document, like at the end of it, that lets you see all of the standard events that Shopify provides. Like these are basically the events that the analytics API provides by default. You can create your own events if you wish to. I didn't see any reason to do it, and it gets like a bit more complicated, and we are not going to go into it in this specific video. But basically you have like a lot of different events that Shopify files, and you can register to listen to, like track and do whatever you want with it. This is quite an extensive list, so we are going to use a few of these to register. We're going to use the product view, and we're going to use the checkout completed that is hidden here somewhere, or there it is. So basically what we want to do is we want to do analytics.subscribe to subscribe to a new event from Shopify, and then specify the name of the event. So right now we are subscribing to the product viewed. And then we want to provide a callback function, which would get called every time this event is fired. And we're going to get the event object. This is the way for Shopify to like pass us along all of the details about the specific event. And we want to extract like a few different variables from it. Basically, we want to track the product variant, the product itself, and the product ID. And then we want to fire the Amazon event. We want to dispatch the Amazon event using the Amazon track event function page view. Okay, so we are transitioning from the product view into the page view on the Amazon side. And then we want to pass the object that being sent to Amazon. This is our way for communicating the different data from our event that we want to capture onto Amazon. Now, a few things on that. Amazon does provide like a default list of events and their corresponding different like the corresponding values that you can use, but you can definitely create your own events and your own values. Just like make sure that you're persistent with the naming schemes that you create, because on the Amazon front side, like this string would be transformed into the specific event that's being fired, and you want to make sure like it's consistent with the rest of your events. So this is an important note. So this is the subscribe for the event for the product view, which is get translated into the page view in Amazon. And then we want to also subscribe for the product added to cart event, which over here we are going to fetch the like the cart line, the merchandise, and the content ID. And we want to dispatch the add to cart event on the Amazon front. And we are going to provide, like over here, we're going to provide like a more extensive list of different data objects. We have the value, which is the amount, like the total amount of the item that's being added. We have the currency code. We have the unit sold, which is just the name. You haven't sold any unit like in this specific event, but it's the name that Amazon expects on their side. We have the name of the product and the content ID, and we have like the client ID. This is important for the Amazon end to make sure that the event is only being like captured once and not twice, because you don't want to accidentally like duplicate all of your events. This would create like a wrong analytics on the Amazon side. So this is basically for the product added to cart event, which is again being translated into the add to cart event on Amazon. And the last thing is the checkout completed, which again we're going to use analytics.subscribe to subscribe to the Shopify event of the checkout completed. We will going to provide a callback function to be fired. And over here we are doing something a bit different because when a user checked out and like completed purchase on your site, you're going to get like a list of all of the items that they have purchased. But we want to like split this list into its individual items and to fire an event, like a corresponding Amazon event for each of these items. So we're going to get the line items that were purchased. And then for each item, we're going to get the variant, the product, and the content ID. And we're going to fire the purchase event on Amazon with the value, which is the final like line item amount. It's the currency code, the units sold, which now actually are the amount of units that you sold. The name of the product, the content ID, and of course the client dedupe ID, again for Amazon to make sure that they are not duplicating different events, like the same event twice. So this is very important. And basically now that everything is ready on the like code part, we can go over here to the top, save the custom pixel, and we can connect it to the store. An important note about this thing, previously I mentioned the Google Tag Manager. You need to make sure that you don't have like both implementations, the Tag Manager, like the Google Tag Manager and the Amazon Tag Manager on its own, because of course like events would be duplicated and fired like from multiple different locations, and it would create a very inconsistent state on Amazon. Okay, so now that we do have everything set up, we can test the pixel. Test the pixel basically means that we are going to go over to our store. I have like a few dummy products set up here, and the main thing that's being added to the test mode is this pixel helper, which will let us see like what events are being fired at what point. Now, an important note on this panel is only going to show the Shopify events that are being fired. We also want to verify that the Amazon, like the corresponding Amazon event, is being fired, and I'm going to walk you through on how to do it. So basically, we're going to scroll all the way down for the testing the integration section. And what you want to do is you want to open your network tab, which can be done by clicking Ctrl-Shift-I or Command-Option-I on the Mac. And then you want to copy this specific string, and you want to use it as a filter over here. The reason that we are doing it is because we want to filter all of the events that are being sent to Amazon, and this is like really let us see the network level events that are being fired. But it's a good way for us to verify that everything is working correctly, because on the Amazon side, like things take some time to like update over the DSP side, and we want to make sure that everything is being fired correctly, while it might not still show up on the like event manager side. It can take like up to 48 hours from time to time to see the actual data being provided. So right now what we are going to do is to have everything, and you can see right now that the pixel is loaded. Let me quickly make this a full screen so you can see better. We can go into like a specific a specific product, let's say this one. And over here we can see that events received is now product viewed, and we can see in the console, like the network console, we can see the corresponding Amazon events being dispatched. You can see like a lot of other details around here, but it's not really important about like the specific details. We just want to make sure that the event is actually being fired. So we can see that the event from Shopify was fired and the event from Amazon was fired, which is good for us. This is exactly what we want. And then we can add the quantity of 2, and we can add to cart. And then you can see another event has been fired, which lets us to know that the product added to cart event happened on Shopify, and we like dispatch the add to cart event on Amazon. And then if you go to the checkout, we can see that we are brought up with the checkout page. And now for the very important part, we need to make sure that we enable like a test payment method. I have a test shop, so this is quite straightforward. Like, I'm gonna show you right now how to do it. If you can't enable your test front end, like the test payment method, then you can create a payment, and then like on the back end, like this Shopify settings menu, just like refund it. Both ways works. For me, at least, the test payment method is a bit easier. To enable it, you need to go to payments and test provider payment, and activate the bogus interface for testing. Now that it's turned on, we can come back to here, refresh the page, and we can see that now we have a credit card option with bogus, which is nice. Now we need to like fill out the form for everything to work. So we can let's just input some random informations. Over here, it's very important to have the credit card number as 0, because different values mean like different things. 0 means that you can, like the transaction would be completed and approved. Now let's just fill some random informations, address, I don't know, let's just have some random information selected. And right now we can click the Pay Now, enter a valid number. Maybe it needs to be 1. Okay, yeah, so sorry, it needs to be 1, not 0, to enable the transaction. And then we can see that the checkout event, the checkout completed event was fired, and we can see the corresponding events being fired to Amazon, which means that our implementation is working and everything is set up and good to go. So basically for this video, that's it. You've successfully created a custom pixel, registered for events on Shopify, like for the analytic events. You added the Amazon API, and you dispatched events to Amazon based on the Shopify events that are provided, and you made sure that you can see your analytics data from Shopify on Amazon side, which is very exciting and can let you do like a lot of great things with the data later. So basically that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.